with thanks to our patrons. Hey folks, JD and Max here, and today we are in the beautiful Leigh Woods in Bristol. Now, why have we come here, Max?
We've come here because there's lots of rumours of ghosts around here. Ooh. That includes the ghost of Isambard Kingdom Brunel. Yes. Very famous engineer who built the Clifton suspension bridge. Yeah. And he apparently haunts these woods because you can see out from a viewpoint. You can have a really good view of the bridge. So he likes to stand there and admire his work. Oh, lovely. There's also talk of a demon at the crossroads in here. I'm not sure which crossroads exactly because there's lots of them. Yeah. But we can certainly investigate the crossroads anyway. We can, absolutely. And the ghost of a screaming woman and lots of kind of weird happenings that go on in these woods. But the other reason we're here is to check out the Iron Age fort. That's correct, yeah. So we came here a few months back and recorded a video. We came here quite late in the evening. The place shuts at 9 p.m. They have a barrier they put across the road. And we came here quite late. We thought what we would do is we would see if we could stay here till about 11 p.m, 12 a.m. And we couldn't, so we came, recorded a video, and then pretty much realised that we had to pack up and leave. So the video that we have is all over the place. So this is why we decided to come down, and today it's the 8th of August 2025. And it's also the day that the Bristol Bloom Fiesta is on. So we're hoping that Leigh Woods is going to be quite quiet because everybody is going to be in the fiesta. At least that's what we're hoping anyway. So yeah, so hopefully this video should tie in with the video that we've already done. And if it doesn't, we'll just make a brand new one anyway. So we couldn't ask for a nicer day. So far we got 21 degrees Celsius and it's really, it's warm. But it's got a nice little gentle breeze with it. Not blazing sun today, is it? Exactly, yes, exactly. So maybe it'll stay nice and dry. With that, let's continue into Leigh Woods. Such a stunning place. It is, it's so peaceful, isn't it? Yeah, very peaceful. Absolutely. Last time we came in, if I remember, we came in on the left-hand side over here, where there's a BMX track. Or, for God's sake, got to stop saying BMX. It's not BMX, I'm just old. There's a mountain bike trail going through there, and roundabout down the bottom, over in this direction, that was where we saw a huge deer. Yeah. Remember that? The bivouac, that's a proper bivouac. That is a proper bivouac right there. That really is. I'm going to go and have a look. I can't help it. The old scout in me is saying, yeah, go and have a look. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. Oh yeah, look at that. It's a little work of art. I tell you what, I've got to be careful because this is the bike trail that I was on about a little while ago. So I've got to be careful. But yeah, that's a real work of art, that is. Now these are the shelters, Max, we used to build when I was in the Scouts. But we'd go to somewhere like Penllygare Woods in Swansea, where I'm from. And we'd go to like Silver Cross, and then we'd erect these shelters. And we didn't have tents, we only had these. You actually stayed over in them? Yes. And if you do them well, this has got far too holes in it, but it's still really nice. But if you do it really well, you can actually stop the rain from coming in. Oh. And you learn to do it because you don't want to get wet. Yeah, that's pretty good learning. But these are just absolutely remarkable. I mean, fair play to the people that built these. It was probably for like a backwoods thing. But yeah. They do lots of forest schools and stuff like that. Do they? Around here. Again, the scout troops would probably be coming here doing that sort of thing. Yeah, exactly. And what an absolutely idyllic setting for it as well. I mean, it's absolutely stunning here. Really, really is. Such a beautiful, beautiful place. Right, back on the trail we go. Okay. Right through these woods that we just came through. Look, left and right to right. Yeah.
Right. Right, no runners. No. Okay. On we go. And there's a dog walker behind us. Oh, beautiful. Right, so if I remember from the last time we came here, which I think was like 3 months ago, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
June. Yeah, about June. We end up going all the way down here. And then there's a gate, isn't there? That we go through.
Maybe. No, we definitely go all the way down here.
Yeah, and then there's a gate, through the gate, and then you're into the Iron Age fort, essentially.
Because we went a kind of roundabout way and went through a gate, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We went down to this bench, kind of didn't get lost, but sort of got a little bit lost, and yeah, ended up going back to the gate. Lightning has struck this tree at some point. What an absolutely stunning specimen that is.
Beautiful.
And now here's the old Iron Age road.
There we go, that's the big mound.
And that's the mound with the fort on it. But we can't see that, so we're going to take the drone up and see whether the drone can see things that we can't. But going back to this path for a second, this path is...
Old lumpy bumpy.
Old lumpy bumpy, massive stones. Oh, you can really...
See yourself twisting an ankle on here.
Breaking an ankle on you. But it's wonderful to have these things still here, you know. It hasn't eroded away with all the wind and the rain and no doubt water that's come flooding down here. Right, so off to the left we've got the portway. Can't really see it.
You can hear it though, can't you?
But you definitely can hear it. And if I just come to the edge here, and straight the way down there is the portway. You can just see cars going through this bit here. So if we turn back around, and this is the Iron Age fort. Looks like since the last time we come up here, Max, quite a bit of it's died.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It was kind of like super high, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, there's been, as Max was saying, there's been no rain. So all of this, last time we came up here, was all green and quite luscious. But now, it's all dead. And it's now just hay. So we both got trousers on today in case of little ticks, because none of us want those. And here we go. Some stones here.
Oh yeah.
On the floor. But as we move around, we can't go very far. I'll definitely have to take the drone up. But this is what it looks like from the top. So this is the path down to the right, is the path where we walked down just now. And up here with the tree, this is the top of what would have been an Iron Age fort. I can go a little bit further. Now my eyes have adjusted to the sudden... Watch out for these rocks, Max.
Yeah.
These rocks are obviously from buildings or settlement or something. But there's so many of them. There we go. Can't go any further that way because there's a load of brush in the way. Off to the left, you've just got... Oh, the road that we walked up is just here. And then you've got some really old trees which we'll go down and have a little look at in a bit because they are stunning. But what a view from up here.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. The whole thing is just beautiful. Right. I don't have any biteys on me.
Nope.
You don't look to have any biteys on you.
Nope.
Right. Let's head back down and see if we can get the drone up.
Cool. Do you want to go that way down or this way down?
Yeah, I suppose we could go this way, couldn't we? Yeah, because it's a little further down. Yeah, we could go down here. Yeah. That's a good little shout. Oh.
I don't know where the best place is to take the drone up is, because that's definitely not my domain.
Right. Amazing. Oh, lovely. And then you can see all the woods and the forest around here as well. It's so thick with woods that this literally just comes out of nowhere, doesn't it, Archie?
It does.
But it's so nice. So nice around here.
And that kind of almost goes to show how high up we are, aren't we? Because it's... Oh, pigeons. Because you go straight down, you've got the road there.
Yes.
But, you know, when you do come along that portway, you really do appreciate how high up this side of it is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this side is very high indeed. And yeah, it's really nice to see it from so many different levels as well, because you can sort of see it from the level we're at now, and it just looks like a big mound. But where we were standing, you could see rocks and you could see stones from what you imagine would be some part of the settlement. And right in front here, there looks like another stone. We'll take a little walk around there in a bit and have a little look, but for now we're going to go somewhere quiet and take the drone up and then have a little look and see what we can see from the air. And there we have it. So this is the Iron Age fort. This would be exactly where it is. It's quite remarkable. So what part of it do you think, Max? Was it built on the mound?
I would have thought the mound would be kind of a boundary, but I might be wrong. I could easily be wrong.
So it could be then where the trees are.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, there's every possibility. It's kind of a bit awkward to kind of see. So it could be then that I think we've got some ground to go and explore as well. So the ground could be where the Iron Age fort was then.
Yeah, I would have thought so. It was called known as Stokely Camp.
Stokely Camp.
This fort, yeah.
Oh, that's nice. And here's the rest of Leigh Woods as well.
Yeah, beautiful.
Absolutely stunning. So I'm going to bring her back a little bit to me. I'm going to turn her around, and then we're going to just increase our altitude slightly, just to see if we can see. So there's the mound off to the right. There's the tree line. Let's see if we can go a little bit further up. And let's see if we can hopefully see where. So that should be round about there. That should be where the camp was then, Max.
I'd have thought so, yeah.
On the ground. Okay. I mean, it's certainly large enough to have a camp there. Okay, I reckon we've got to go and investigate this on foot.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because I very much would like to know if the camp definitely was exactly there.
I think it was, because it was protected by the gorge, and then the ditch and the ramp is called a vallum.
Oh, right.
Which is a fortification of a Roman camp, although this is pre-Roman.
Okay.
That's just...
So here's just a nice little view of Clifton Suspension Bridge on the Portway. Such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. Right. Let's bring her home and then let's go and investigate. So from the air we could see that it looks more like, and again, it looks more like that this hill here that we were just up, that looks like a boundary, doesn't it, from what you were saying, Max?
Yeah, I think so. And it was dry-walled, apparently.
Dry-walled.
Although that may not have been Iron Age, that could have been a bit later.
Okay.
And it was kind of, there was a boundary running along it. And I think it would be probably the other side of the ditch.
Right, okay.
That would be my guess.
Yes, yes.
But I am certainly no expert on Iron Age.
So as we continue down this little rock path, we're going to get to a clearing here, and this is the ground level of what we saw from the drone up in the sky. So if we just come a little bit further around here. Oh yeah, you can see things much better. Much better.
Yeah, you can, can't you?
Yeah, much better. So when we came up here last time, all of the grass and the weeds, no joke, were up to our waist. So it made it very difficult to see anything.
And the cows were down here as well, weren't they?
The cows were down here too, yeah, that's right. The cows were grazing just down here. But I couldn't see any. I was very, very cautious when I was up in the air. I didn't want to scare them. And I couldn't see anything from the air. So I don't think they're out today. So this is where we walked last time, which is this way. So let's continue this way again. That was a weird bird.
Thought that was maybe a tree.
Tree creaking.
Creaky tree.
Creaky tree. Right, and this is now the area that we saw. So, yeah, I think you're right, Max. I think this would have been the area where they would have lived. And then that great big mound would have been a boundary.
Yeah,
because we can just see the mound. We can't now because Max is standing in the way. Oh, but we can just see the mound here. So there's the mound, and we were standing a little bit further back. So yeah, I think you're right, mate.
Yeah, I just thought this flat area would be.
Yeah, you're not gonna
have buildings and.
Looking at it now in with sort of different coloured glasses, there's no way in hell you're going to fit a fort on that little slither of land up there, is there?
No, definitely not.
But then again, you're definitely going to build on the flat, and here goes right the way around on the outside. The perimeter does right the way around, and you can see that this area of land here where the trees are and where the ground is, you can see that all of that is most certainly flat. So that probably would have been, as Max was saying, the boundary.
Yeah, and then the other boundary would have been the cliffside.
The cliffside would have been, it's a man-made boundary, right?
Yeah,
sorry, a
natural one, I thought.
Natural boundary. So, yeah, do you know what? That actually checks out. That's really good we came back and revisited this. Not that we put the first video out, mind. But it's really good that we did, because now I have a proper, I feel as if I have a better understanding of this area.
Yeah, now the grass, has gone a bit.
Yeah.
You can definitely get more of a sense of what's here, can't you?
So the cliff would be this way.
Yep, it will be all along there, I'd have thought.
So all along there be the cliff. We'll double check that on our way back.
Yeah.
And then of course we've got the great big mound, which is here, that we walked on earlier, and we also saw from the air. So let's continue down this way. This is really fascinating.
It is. And again, it's not an area of history I know an awful lot about. But it would have been pre-Roman.
Yes.
So, the olds. They're not we're in England, aren't we? So it wouldn't be.
Well, at the time, it depends on what. It depends when, because all of England was Wales until they got pushed back into what is now Wales. So I don't know, is the answer. If this is Iron Age, I'm gonna.
It would be local tribes. It would be based on.
Right. But it might still be Welsh.
Yeah, you never know.
Because the Vikings invaded, I think it was in 937, around about that time, or 980, around about then. And yeah, look at this. So you can still see here, you can see the rocks, the same sort of stone and rocks that we were walking on as a path here. Okay. So let's just have a quick little look and see what's up this way. The path continues down there, and then to my right, this is the mound that we were standing on, but this is the other end of it. We were standing on the very far end. So yeah, I think you're right, because this is a cutout here, Max. This is a cutout here,
yeah,
which people would have traipsed up and down. So let's continue up that way. So theoretically then, that way, this new way that we're going to go straight ahead, should be the cliffs.
I'd have thought so.
Right, okay.
I hope I didn't just get bitten by a horsefly.
I didn't see anything.
There's a big bugger on my arm.
Was there? These trees are beautiful.
They're great, aren't they?
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's an oak tree.
Yeah, that is. Acorns.
Mm. Raven.
Raven. Barking in the tree.
Sounds like he's up there somewhere.
Oh, he sounds...
Is that
he's
actually I saw him flying, yeah.
He's lovely. I love a raven.
Love a raven.
Nevermore.
Nevermore.
Yeah, so this is really interesting then, because oh, look at this little rock on the floor here.
That's definitely...
Well, it's not really a rock, is it? It's a
an old stone.
Massive old stone, but it's as weathered as the other ones are.
Mm.
Okay, let's continue. So yeah, they built themselves a little sort of dugout at the other end of that mound, and then they built the mound.
Yeah, I'd have supposed so.
As a way of protecting them, and then the cliff would be to our right.
Yeah, I thought sort of like ahead of us really it would be, because you can see.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah. So what's to our right then? Is that more field?
I'd have said, or I'd have made a guess, that over there would be, you know, a bit more of the woods, and then you'd get to the housing and stuff. You can just see through there, actually.
Well, oh yeah, there's a house.
There's a house there.
There's a chimney, right, poking out.
Yeah, so there's...
So there's houses there, so that would have been land. Wow, all these old tree trunks that we're just stepping over now.
Aren't they?
Absolutely stunning. You can just see them in the floor here.
Yeah, look, so you've got...
Yeah, there's a big house there.
Big, beautiful house.
Wow, look at that.
Wow, what is that?
What is that?
Is that the top of a house?
That looks like a top of a house.
Like a veranda on top of it?
I mean, that's what it looks like, right?
It does. Oh, fancy.
Yeah, we're going to have to...
fancy houses over in that direction, though.
We are going to have to check that out. And this would be the centre, which would be the very nature-occupied area. So you can see all the old trees, and some of these trees look as if they've got some age to them. They really do. And you can see the vines coming down on some of these trunks. But if we follow Max, because I think Max is taking us to...
That's definitely the top of a house. Oh, so fancy.
Nice, isn't it?
Oh, I really want to live there.
Right, so let's keep going. Oh, look at this old tree.
Yeah, he's nice too.
He's lovely.
And yeah, over there, is that Clifton suspension bridge and then the observatory?
That's right. That's the suspension bridge, that's the observatory. Let's see if we can get a bit closer. And then the cliff then would be here. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You can just see one of the massive towers of the suspension bridge right here. See if I can get a little bit of a better angle on that. I can't really, but you can see it through the trees. So that's one of the massive pillars, one of the massive towers on the suspension bridge. If I keep the camera pointing that way for the second, it should become a little bit more visible to you. You can hear the balloon fiesta.
Yeah.
I think that's a good one. Let me see if I can get that without breaking my neck. And then there is the suspension bridge tower. That's one of them. And then this would be the road, first tower, then you've got the bridge, and then you've got the other tower. We'll get over to the other tower, see if we can see it. Stunning.
This would have been a really good defensive position because you'd have kind of banked off all of that side.
Yes.
And then this side you would just be able to see anything coming from that direction because you'd be so high up.
Exactly. So really, when we first came, we kind of thought, what an absolutely ridiculous place to have an Iron Age fort, or you know, to build a village. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the cliff is a natural defence. They certainly built that mound big enough, and I don't know if they would have had a moat to the other side in that little dugout.
Yeah, oh look, that's the observatory.
There's the observatory.
Oh, this must be
where Brunel is seen.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Wow.
Look at that. And is that the Clifton Rocks Railway? Next to it, I think we're a bit further down than that. And then we've got the beauty, the absolute beauty of that suspension bridge. Well, if the spirit of Brunel is here, Max and I both think you've done an absolutely stunning job on that, my friend.
Good job, Brunel.
Absolutely beautiful. And this is the absolutely stunning city that we live.
It's amazing, isn't it? On camera, there are people over there.
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing that on camera it looks quite far away, doesn't it? But
it does. You almost feel as if you can touch it.
Yeah.
Those towers. Look how many cars are going across the towers. So actually, do you know what? I'm going to use a feature I always forget to use, and that is zoom.
Oh yeah.
But there we go. There's one of the towers of the suspension bridge, and then if we move across, there's the other tower. We were just looking at that through the trees. And then if I keep turning, you've got the observatory on the top of the mountain, top of the cliff.
I can see our house from here.
Can you?
No, maybe.
Well, I've got a rough idea as to where it could be.
Yeah, well, far off. That's got to be the old radio tower that's by the 882, isn't it? So
yes.
Yeah, that's on the top of the hill.
Amazing.
I suppose we can't take the drone up here, can we?
No.
No.
No, don't nowhere near it.
Way too windy.
Too windy. Legalities of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Where I took it up earlier, I got all this.
Oh, beautiful.
So you can see all this, but what an absolutely stunning place it is.
Yeah.
And what a great place to finish this video too.
Absolutely.
So I think looking at, oh, hang on. So I think looking at what I first thought definitely about this being an absolutely terrible place for a fort. Now that the grass has died back and we can properly see it, actually I think it's a very good place for a fort. You've got the natural cliffs that we were just looking at in front of us here as a defensive mechanism. You've got the massive mound that they built that we looked at a few times today and we even climbed on top of, as well as possibly a moat, definitely a dugout the other end of it. So here you wouldn't expect anybody to come up over these mountains, over these cliffs, and over the other side you could completely see them. So I think that's a pretty good place to have it. I don't know what sort of armament they would have had, but certainly it definitely would be, I think, looking at it now with clearer eyes, definitely would be a good place to have it. What do you reckon, Max?
Yeah, brilliant. I think it's a great position.
I mean, fair play, definitely does. So yeah, there we go. So fantastic. Thanks ever so much, folks. Catch you in the next one.